Hello everyone, welcome to Honara's Arts and Lifestyle channel. Many of you have been asking me on how to maintain the jewelry, especially after purchasing them from me, and that is why I thought it is really important that I make this video, because it is just not important to buy the jewelry, but how do you maintain is what dictates on how many years you can use the same jewelry. Many of the jewelries I use are so old that I have been using since past 4-5 years or 6 years or even more than that. And especially in my mother's house, she has been using jewelry for years now. And that is why it is very important to learn on how to maintain your jewelry if you don't want to keep wasting for buying new jewelry all the time. So without wasting much time, let me just show you on how I maintain the jewelry, okay? Well, there are two ways of maintaining it. The most important and the foolproof way of maintaining the jewelry is by storing them in a box like this, in between the cotton layers, okay? Now this is the same cotton which you can actually find in any of the medical shops, okay? All I have done is I've just taken that cotton roll, and the cotton roll will be this thick, okay? You can just divide it into these kind of layers, like at least you can get 3 to 4 layers within a single roll, and that is what I have done. And I have cut it according to the measurement required for this particular box, and in between these cotton layers is where I have kept all my jewelry. Now it is up to you whether you want to keep it in a cover like this, but if you keep it in a cover, it is going to add more safety to the jewelry, because the cotton is not going to stick and it is maintenance free basically. Okay, so this is something which I have purchased for my Varamahalakshmi festival this year, and I'm way too excited to use this jewelry because it's one of my most favorite. This happens to be the waist belt, and this is the earrings for the Lakshmi face, and again I have got another cotton layer, and just below that I have this beautiful necklace. I won't be able to show it to you like this. If I try to show it, it's going to become small. Okay, that's why I'm showing it to you in a horizontal way. See how pretty this necklace is. Okay, and again what you can do is, in between this also you can put one more layer of cotton and you can store some more jewelry. Okay, so like this you can keep on stacking jewelry in between the cotton layers to up to 4 to 5 layers in a box like this. So it's very much important that you buy these kind of plastic boxes, especially which has got a locking system. Don't buy without locking, because just in case, you know, in a hurry you try to pull the box, and you know there are chances that the jewelry is going to come out. And the most important thing about these kind of stones jewelry is that the stones are going to fall off. So if you don't maintain it properly, the stones are just going to come out, and in case if you lose those stones, you may not be able to get the same size of stones to stick it back again. Okay, so that is why it's very important that we don't drop these kind of jewelry down. Okay, and that's why I always suggest that you use boxes which has got lids. So all my Varamahalakshmi festival jewelry are actually stored in between cotton like this, because I tend to use it only once a year or twice a year, just during my Varamahalakshmi festival and Navratri festival. Since I don't use it much, I feel like it is most safe in between the cotton, and I don't have to remove it much often. Okay, so while this particular mechanism actually works if and only if you have less quantity of jewelry, but what if you have a hobby of collecting jewelry for your deities? Like, I go crazy when I look at the jewelry, and it's like I feel like grabbing each and every jewelry that I can get in a shop. And in case if you're also like that, then you will not be able to maintain it between the layers of cotton, because you're going to use it so often, and you know it's going to fall all over the place. So it's not going to be possible for you to maintain between the cotton layers. Now in that case, let me show you what I do. Okay, these are for the jewelry that I use every day and also for the videos. So it's like I record videos at least 3 to 4 times in a week, and every time I record a video, all of my jewelry are going to be out, and then again I need to pack them and I need to keep it aside. So it is too much of work to keep it, you know, in the layers of cotton like this and all that. So for that, what I do is I store all my jewelry segregated in different boxes. So you know, you would have seen so many of my videos, and you will know how many different kind of varieties of jewelry I use for the videos and all. So it becomes very difficult if I dump everything in a single box. So for that reason, what I do is I keep the necklaces in a separate box, small necklaces in a separate box, big necklaces in a separate box, crowns in a separate box, bangles in a separate box, and so on. And as I told you already, I always prefer boxes with the locking system, okay? And I just store them in the covers like this. So these are the jewelry covers, okay? You actually get these kind of clear plastic pouches in Amazon. They actually come in numbers of 25 or 50 or 100 or 200 like that. I usually keep these kind of covers in hundreds. Okay, I buy it. It's very cheap. It's like, 150 rupees, 200 rupees. You should be able to get, at least 100 covers like this. So every time I use a jewelry, I tend to lose a couple of covers. So I will always need these kind of covers. So what I do is I just put all of the jewelry after using in these kind of covers. Okay, and in case if they actually come with this kind of a, a hard cardboard and all, I don't throw this cardboard. I rather maintain it. And I will be storing these kind of jewelry with the cardboard box like this itself, okay? And this is actually going to give the strength for the jewelry. So this is how I actually store all of my jewelry. So you can see this, I have used it in quite a few videos, and you can see that I have tied the thread also. I don't tend to throw this cover or the packing that comes with it. I tend to maintain it. And this is how I just put them in the cover, and I just put it over here. So what happens when you put it in the cover is this cover kind of forms a protective layer between the two jewelry. So when you are going to keep it one on top of the other, it doesn't really rub the stones, and the stones will be protected. That is one of the reason why I do it like this, okay? And the other reason is definitely I cannot maintain so much of jewelry with the cotton layers. That is why. So even if you are able to do this much, that is also still fine, okay? But what you need to do is you need to maintain this box in such a way, or you need to keep this box in such a way that you're not actually throwing this box here and there. It should be kept in a place where it is not accessible for children, and where you're not going to use this box, or you're not going to shift this box on a daily basis. Because then what happens, you'll just be throwing the box here and there, and along with that even the jewelry will get very roughly handled. And when the jewelry starts moving inside the box like this, there are chances that the stones are going to come off. So for me, I find like for the jewelry that I'm going to use every day, whether it is for my puja room or for the videos, I feel like this is the best way of storing the jewelry. I will be leaving links in the description box, the Amazon links from where you can actually purchase these kind of covers and all, okay? So just in case if you're also interested in buying these, then you can buy it from there. But what I honestly suggest you is, it doesn't matter which jewelry you buy, do not damage these covers and do not throw them. They are going to be very useful in maintaining these jewelry, so that you don't have to invest in jewelry every now and then. And some of these jewelry are going to be so beautiful, just in case if you are going to spoil them, I'm pretty sure you will repent for it, because you may not be able to get the exact piece again. So it is very, very important that you maintain your jewelry safely so that you can use it multiple times. And this is all I had to show you in this particular video. In my next video, I'll be showing you my jewelry collection. So do wait for that video where you can actually see how much of jewelry I have. And it's not like, whatever jewelry I'm selling, I don't actually use all of them for my videos. So I don't keep them for personal use. I just sell it to you guys in case if there is too much of demand, because I know how desperately you guys would have loved it and how desperately you would have wanted to buy it. So many of the jewelry that I'm going to show in my next video is not something that, it is not something that I would be selling them. Some of them is something that, I have kept it for my personal use. So I hope you all have liked this video. If so, please click on the like button and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to click on the bell icon to get automatic notifications every time I release a new video. Thank you.